Hey everybody, it's Sean Thatcher, Beb That Ink. If you've been following along with me, you know I've been cleaning the shop up. Still ain't got no lights in. I got to get this place cleaned up before I can get lights, but I got my little lights up. But let me show you something what I can do here. I can actually run around in my shop a little bit anyways. I've got it kind of cleaned up. Everything that's on that frame table right there is for one truck, and this is another old this is an old Mack truck that I was telling you about. This is all just the parts piled into this body sitting on this thing, and just all this stuff goes on that one particular truck. I couldn't even I couldn't stand in this spot right here. I couldn't stand here. Couldn't even get to this corner myself. Jenga to 10,000 things to get over to it. This is a little room I got back here, parts room type thing. And now it's not organized. Listen, it ain't organized. Ain't none of this organized. But shit, I can walk around in here. So I've just been piling tools up as I find them. I think I've got everything up off the floor that's like junk and stuff I'm not going to use and things of that nature. But here's one thing I ain't going to get rid of. It's a S10 front and rear glass for a S10, like a square, an old school square body S10. If anybody wants that, it's for sale. Hit me up. That's one thing I need to get out of my way, because it's just a big old box, and if anybody needs it, I'll make you a sweet deal on it. But anyways, I just want to say, I can walk around in my shop. But I have been recording a bunch of this stuff because, I don't know how much of this shit you all want to see, if it's even worth recording or not. I don't know. But I've got to go through all these shelves, and all this stuff's got a bunch of crap in it, and I kind of know what's there. I kind of went through it, just looking at it a little bit. This is where I tore that big shelf out last week. Right behind this wall right here, this is the vent that goes out to that big ass stove outside there that I'm going to turn into an oil burner. So I got to do that. But I got a big fan sitting there that I had a fan sitting here. I don't know. I like this big ass thing. Where did I get that? Who knows? I don't know. But anyways, I'm making progress. I found a few things that I didn't know I had. Well, I probably knew I had, but just forgot. It's been 7 or 8 years since I've done anything in here. Found an Optima battery. Trying to see if it's any good. It's dead on a hammer right at the moment, but see if it's any good. But let me show you the most important thing that I did this weekend. Because remember, you couldn't even get back there into that little parts room. And there was a big ass compressor back there. Got 2 big 80-gallon tanks, and it's a big, huge compressor, but it wouldn't work. It worked before, years ago. It wouldn't work. I come out here a few times because I need air for tires or whatever, and it never would work. It just quit. I thought the motor had kind of seized up on it and something like that. But I got it here where I can get to it. But look at there. Running, son. Now, this is how bad it is in here. All these vines have grown from outside into the garage, into this building here. But anyways, I ran this thing yesterday. Let me get out of here. It's not super loud, but I ran that thing yesterday, and run it where it would kick on and off, and run it on and off, on and off. It filled up and shut down, kicked off and everything, just like it was supposed to, like it always has. And so I did find a couple leaks where they're over there's two feeds outside that you put a reel outside if you need to, and you can get air from outside, not have to come in the garage. But I don't know if you can hear it or not. Right over here by the front door, there's some kind of little leak in there. But we'll Worry about that next week. I got the big leak that was outside on the end of the building. I got it fixed. But yeah, I got some motors on some engine stands. I got a couple motors in here that still have transmissions on them. I'm going to build some little racks for those. It's going to be a little bit before I use them, but I don't want to get rid of them. So buddies of mine gave me this. This is what I've been using for mock-up stuff for over the years. But actually, that motor right there is a good motor. I've just been using it for mock-up. That transmission hose, just a shell. It's got nothing in it, but using them for mock-up for different stuff. But yeah, but I'm making progress. Like I can actually walk around in here and like I said, I got to get all this stuff kind of somewhere where it needs to be, and then I can get like a man truck in here and a little man lift type thing, and come in here and clean this, get some lights put up. I got a contractor, gave me a price on putting new lights in, like high bay lights. Get rid of these old lights that take 20 minutes to come on. It's like I say, this stuff was put in here in, excuse me, stuff was put in here in the early 90s. This garage was built, I think, in 92 or something like that. 90 or 92, and these lights are just, there's way better stuff out now. And I think it just, while I'm doing all this, instead of just trying to jump back into work and things like that, I think I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade the lights. And now that I don't have to spend $4,000 or $5,000 on a new compressor, I can spend maybe a little extra money and get me some extra kind of lighting and things like that. But this old Mac here, I was just sitting here, and I was sitting here sweeping a minute ago, and I just kind of got an idea. I was like, I've probably got some old rims and tires and a rear end and different suspension stuff laying around here. Once I get everything organized, I'll be able to know exactly what I have. This old Mac's not really something I was going to maybe build it at some point. I think I talked about it on a I think the first video that I did. But this will be down the road. I've still got to I'm going to get Crystal's little car done and get her little Volkswagen, her little Beetle, this guy right here. I'm going to get that guy on the road, and I got a little Mazda out there I'm going to do some work too. But this little project right here, I was thinking I've probably got everything here on the property that I wouldn't have to buy anything to make that thing drive down the road. I mean, I've got a steering column, I've got a hydro boost brake setup that I found back there while I was cleaning. I got metal to make frame rails. I've got like I say, I know I've got a rear end here. Got a 373 gear in it. I've got an old 6.2 diesel motor. Maybe transmission might be a thing. I don't know if I've got a transmission around here that'll fit, that I've got that works at the moment. That'd be the only thing. But I'm thinking I can probably find stuff to build this truck without buying anything except consumables to build it with. Welding wire, shit like that. I think. Maybe now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, maybe a transmission. Maybe. But anyways, over there on the frame table, those two, I don't know if anybody noticed, those two cabs there, all that stuff sitting over there is a Nissan hardbody truck that me and Chris Pollock started working on back 2009 probably, and I've just rounded up pieces ever since for it, and everything that I have that's for that truck is sitting on that table. There's a motor and transmission there, and once I start on the project, I'll explain what it is. It's a pretty dope motor, pretty cool ass motor. Chassis on there, on the frame table. The cab's there, the doors are there. The only thing I don't have for that truck is a bed and a rear end that'll hold the motor. But I think I can maybe find one for that. But I don't know. I'm pretty excited about this shit, man. It's pretty fun, man. I've been in here. I'd only got one day in here last week, so I just made that one short little video. And there again, I don't know if anybody's watching this stuff and don't care. I'm documenting it for myself, and you know, you never know who's going to watch this stuff. And I want to inspire somebody to, you know, if you got out of this stuff and you just have and I've been out of this for a long, long time, and I'm gonna be awful. Some of this stuff's gonna take me a long time, and I'm probably gonna do it 10 times before I'm satisfied with it. But I think a little project like this old Mac right here might be something I could put together and make and I hate calling something a rat rod. But just make something that's not planning to be a finished truck. It's never going to be a finished, pretty, you know, make a Mad Max, like just throw something together and work with what you got. Because I've got a 50 Chevy truck hood. I got the Mac fenders. I don't have a grill. I do have the factory Mac hood sides for this, or the hood top. I'm sorry, I have the hood top, but not the sides. And I've got the top hanging on the wall as a piece of, you know, wall art type stuff. But this has been an adventure. I think I've got at least another month in here of cleaning and organizing, and I've never had this shop really super organized anyways. But I think that's what I'm going to do. So, but I've worked 360 degrees around this shop, and I've got everything off the ground, and I've got it somewhere remotely to where it needs to be. And I've hauled off 8 pickup truckloads of scrap metal and 4 dump truckloads of just junk and garbage. Not garbage like house garbage. I mean, just shit that needs thrown away. And I mean, I hauled 2 loads off today. So this has been a lot, but there's still a lot to do. And I just want to let people know that you know, I'm 47 years old. I'll be 48 years old. And I had got out of it, not got out of it on purpose, but got out of it and switched businesses and switched what I did for a living, and it kind of made this impossible for me to do. And if you have something that you love, figure out a way to do it. You know, whether it's, no matter what it is. If you like growing a garden, well, grow a damn garden. You know, if you can't grow a big old garden, grow some. You know, get some buckets and grow something. You know, if you can weld, you like to weld, but you don't have a place to weld, hell, get out and find a place. You know, if you like to do stuff, just get out and do it. I mean, no matter how old you are. I mean, like I say, I've let this stuff sit here for 7 or 8 years now, and I feel awful. I felt awful going through this place. I'm like this. It's shameful what I've allowed for myself. Shameful for myself that I've allowed all this cool ass stuff to just sit around here and basically go to waste. And like I say, I ain't done, nowhere near done. But I want to get this place set up to where I know where everything is. If somebody stops here and they need a little piece or part or something, or somebody calls me and says, "Hey, I need this," you have something like this laying around, I want to know where it is, and if I've got it, have a mental inventory of what's going on here. This old motor right here, it's an old 235 inline 6 stove bolt motor. You know, everybody knows what those things are. That came out of a driving car at my friend Tony's place up in Hazard. He owns a auto parts store up in Hazard. He pulled it out of an old car and asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, heck yeah, I want it. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, what I saved this thing back for, and this is what I've saved it for now. And I've probably had that thing since 2004, 5, 6, something like that. And it still rotates. It's still, I could put the fuel line in it and hook a gas line up to it, and that thing would probably sit there and start. Might do that one of these days when we get this where I'm actually in here working. So let's see if we can't make that thing run sitting in the floor. But I always wanted remember back in Monster Garage days, they built this big trike out of a big diesel engine. And around that same time, me and a buddy of mine went down to the Smokeout motorcycle show down in, I think it was North Carolina. And there was a guy there that built a trike out of a 350 Chevy. You sit right on the transmission, but it was a trike, and I was like, man, that'd be cool as hell to make something like that. Well, I have a motorcycle frame jig that you can jig up the front end, jig up the back, and make it as long as you want it, and set the rake however you want it. I've got that systems here for that. I'm going to make a trike out of that thing. That's been my plan for that thing since the day I got it. I don't know why I've never done it, but I haven't. But my plan is to make that into a trike. That's what I'm going to do. So, anybody's got an old Harley junk frame sitting around somewhere, it's got a front end on it of some kind, something I can get the neck off of, or they don't have to be a Harley, but just something I can make it's got a good strong beefy neck to it. I'm going to make a trike out of this thing. So I'll start collecting parts for that. Something else I like to do while I'm in here, I'm going to put a bathroom in here because I'm tired of running to the house every time I need to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to paint in here. I'm going to brighten this place up, get some new lights in here. Spend a little money now that I don't have to spend $4,000 and $5,000 on a compressor. I've been thinking today about what I can do instead of doing that. Not that I'm going to spend $4,000 or $5,000, but just saying, like, maybe get some old barnwood, maybe get some old tin, maybe get some cool stuff up in here to see. I've put this OSB up, not all the way around the bottom part of the shop, but for the most part, and been planning on painting it all, but never have. But yeah, get out and do something. You got a project, get out and go work on it. Don't wait 7 or 8 years like I have. And this is still going to take me. Like I say, last weekend I got 1 day. This week I got a day and a half in here. And like I say, tonight, like here in about 2 hours, I'm heading back to Natural Bridge to start smoking meat for the weekend. I get down there about midnight or so. And start smoking meat again, and I'll be down there, be working through Sunday, be back home on Monday, and I'm not sure what's going on for next week, but I'm trying to get every chance I can to get in here and try to do this. And if you are following along with this, I just want y'all to know thank you, and I appreciate it. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'm new to this YouTube stuff. Like I said, this will be the 4th video that I'm going to put up. And I don't know, I don't know if it's something y'all want to see, just me sitting here talking to you, but hell, maybe one of these days my grandkids will watch this shit, or some of my family members that have come around to visit me, that live away from here, that can't come and visit me, can kind of watch this stuff, and maybe it's old cousin Sean there, so just get out and do something. If you like it, like and subscribe, and I promise you there's going to be some cool stuff on this channel on here. I will do my very best to document what I do. I don't know what I'm doing yet with the cameras and things like that. I have been looking at buying a GoPro. and some little tripod things and some little handheld deals. And right now I'm just doing this on my phone. But once I get some light in here, and I got to run some new power stuff for, I've never liked how this place was wired up. The light switches to turn the lights on are on the corner, on all over the place. You got to walk around the shop as soon as you get here to turn the damn lights on. So I'm going to fix all that, put everything in one spot there. I am also maybe gonna put a little. I dabbled in blacksmithing a little bit. I might put me a little forge in here that I can tinker with that kind of stuff a little bit. Not very good at it, but you know, there again, you got to start somewhere. But that's just some of the stuff that I'm planning to do in here. But I'm tickled to death that I can walk around in here I've got. I think next week, this corner right here, I'm going to try to get all my tools put up. Get all my tools in my toolboxes. This is a stainless steel like cafeteria table that I've just rounded up somewhere in the restaurant business, and I had it stored in here, and I said, you know what, that'd make a good like little, not workbench because it's not real heavy duty, it's stainless, but just something to store stuff in. It's all kinds of storage in it, and down on this end, and I'm gonna put it over in that corner, I think, and use it just for storage. But right now I got a bunch of stuff on it. It's heavy as hell right now, and I can't really move it. But I got to get that exhaust fan working. It will not come on for some reason, so I assume the motor's bad in it. But yeah, just got to get it started. You know, I mean, I've got in here and got to work and made something happen. I've made something happen in here every weekend since I made that first video. I've made something happen in here. Whether it's a few bags of garbage or a few truckload of scrap metal, or well, any scrap metal I'm putting in, not scrap metal that I can use. I'm not throwing shit away. I guess now that I've been doing this, I've kind of figured I am a hoarder, more than likely. I hate to say that. I've never wanted to admit that, but I'm more than likely a hoarder because I've got shit in here that there's no reason for it to be in here. I don't know. But anything that I can use for forging, anything I can use for making stuff, I've piled up in my little metal bin over there. So yeah, but I've bored you guys enough. Like and subscribe. Share Fab That Inc. It's on Instagram. I've got a Thatcher Fabrication on Facebook, and if you want to hang out and talk, come down to the restaurant, Thatcher Barbecue Company. You can like those. I have a YouTube channel for that as well. Come down, hang out with me at the restaurant. Come eat. Come listen to some good music. Drink cold beer, and we'll have to sit around, smoke a good cigar, and all kinds of good stuff. If you or live around here, my buddy Jamin. I don't know if he's watching this. Jamin Noble, one of my high school buddies. First video that I made, or second video I made about me messing with my stove outside out here. He's got a CNC plasma table. So when I get to building this new door for this place, Jamin said to hit him up, and he was gonna help me out, cut me out something cool, plasma cut me something out for my door. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But thank you, Jamin, for reaching out, man. I appreciate it. He's a good dude, hell of one of the best mechanics around. Built some hella fast cars. I remember when we was in high school. Yeah, I think it was an Oldsmobile. I might be wrong, but it was the first car I ever saw. It had one of those 3-stick shifters in it. And when you drag race, he was bam, bam, bam. Like he was a racer, and he still is. He's got a nice family, and he's a good dude. So go. I think he might have a Facebook page as well. I'm not sure. Maybe I can figure that out and put it in here. But I've bored you guys enough. Thanks again. Like and subscribe. I'm Sean Thatcher at Fab That Inc. Come and hang out with me. And if you got a project, get out and work on it. Thanks.